Radical.
Let's take a moment and appreciate the legendary Camaro, because for the second time, Chevy is discontinuing the Camaro. They say it's not the end of the story for the Camaro, though, but it might be in some respects. So, the Camaro came out back in the 60s, 2 years after the Mustang. The Mustang, called a pony car, basically started all of this. The Mustang was, at its time, incredibly popular. And Chevy wanted to copy that popularity, and they came out with the Camaro. Since then, they went back and forth, and they have been going at each other in that market space. Mustang versus Camaro. You think about big rivalries. Nintendo, Sega, Mustang, Camaro. Bulls, you can go into sports. Pepsi, Coke, it's just part of America is to always have those two giants competing against each other. But Camaro hadn't been doing so well in sales. So they wound up discontinuing it a second time. Camaro came back in 2008 with an amazing ad campaign, brilliant ad campaign. They basically made that car a Transformer, made it Bumblebee, and then put it in the Transformer movies. And how many people that didn't see people that saw Transformers didn't at least have a thought and interest like, damn, I might want to have that car. Other than being a Transformer, it was a badass looking sports car. The front design, still today, you can put that against almost any other muscle car, man. That front design looked awesome, fucking awesome. And they're getting rid of the Camaro. They're getting rid of it. Now, why are they getting rid of it? I don't know all the details, other than sales. It could be the same reason that Dodge is getting rid of their Challenger. Or there's going to be another car. I think it's called Daytona. I'm not sure what it is. I don't have all the details there. I know it's fucking Stellantis. They're getting rid of the V8s. I guess in cars. I don't know if the trucks will still have V8s. Everything's basically just going electric, man. And Dodge going electric, that's exactly not a good idea. Because I've always thought Dodge had a lot of electrical issues. I'm just saying it's not exactly Honda if you get a Dodge. All right? Dodges are known for certain things. They are known specifically for those Hemis. Oh, those beautiful sounding Hemi V8s. So if they get rid of the Hemi and Dodge, what the fuck are these new sports cars? Ooh, they're E-muscle. The Camaro, like I was talking about, they say it's not the end of the Camaro story. Okay, that means they're probably going to work on something that looks kind of like a Camaro, slap a name badge on it, call it a Camaro, but it's not going to be a Camaro because it's going to be an E-Camaro. No Hemi, no LS engine. Just a fucking sad time, man. It's a sad time. And I'm not really the biggest sports car enthusiast, but you got to admit it's kind of sad seeing what's going on here. They're taking away a part of American culture. Big honking V8s and sports cars. You know how good it feels if you're driving one of them bad boys. Maybe you don't. Maybe a lot of you are non-enthusiasts. Maybe you like driving around in minivans. But even if you have a minivan, right? You see those cars? You think about how fun it would be to just cut loose in one of them cars, man. And they weren't super expensive. The Mustang, when it came out, it was one of the most affordable vehicles in the 60s. And even right now, you can get used V8s for not a whole lot. I mean, they might be dogged to hell. But just thinking of a future where you don't have Mustang versus Camaro, or, when you don't have a Hemi, it's all because of all these fucking regulations. And there's no gas crisis like there was in the 70s. So I can kind of understand it if there's an actual gas crisis, but there's no crisis. It's just all these fucking environmentalists that are cracking down and telling us that E is the way to go. E is better. You gotta get you an E vehicle. You gotta get electric vehicles. And maybe a lot of you will like the new type of Camaro or the new type of Dodge. Maybe it'll be very fast, efficient on electricity. Well, efficiency on electricity. Maybe it won't take you 2 or 3 days to charge your vehicle. Maybe it won't. Meanwhile, right now, charging your vehicle at a gas pump takes about 4 or 5 minutes. Not 45 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes. The grid ain't ready is what I'm saying. But this is all just being, this is all being thrown out, man. I mean, physical games, man. Who saw that coming? Who thought one day in the realm of video games, basically we wouldn't even have any choices to buy physical games anymore on consoles? You'd be downloading all that shit. You wouldn't own any games. So now you can't even... Wait. There's one left? There's one standing? You mean in the future, if I wanted to look forward to actually owning a V8 American V8 powered, more power, like Tim the Toolman would say, there's one left standing. And fittingly enough, it's the Ford Mustang. The last one left. Yeah, and they assure us you'll still be able to get internal combustion V8 engines in the Mustang. That's pretty nice. You mean I can actually get a V8 muscle car, not have to plug it into my fucking wall or whatever. Let's go to a gas pump and actually have the experience of having a V8 American muscle car. Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. So, Mustang's the last one left. And believe me, I guarantee you this. They will outsell whatever the hell Dodge comes out with on this e-muscle shit. If Camaro comes back, is not a Camaro. I don't even care if it's a second or two faster than a V8 Mustang. A V8 Mustang will sell more because it just has a soul, man. You don't want to hear a piped-in fake sound of a V8. You want to hear something. It's part of the experience, man. So it's just sad that everything's going the route of e-muscle. Electronic vehicles are fine. I'm not saying anything bad about them. I'm sure they have their place in society. A lot of you probably have electric vehicles, and you're happy with them. All good and well. Just in the same way, in the game space, a lot of you probably have a lot of digital collections and whatnot. But it's one thing entirely to give people an option of something, than to take away their ability to have something else that was perfectly fine as it was. Physical games were perfectly fine as they were. V8 American muscle cars, or any V8s for that matter, not even American, perfectly fine the way they are. We did need to make the change to get rid of those things that were just fine, just to make way for new things objectively that are not nearly as good in both respects.